Okay, so I got some earring molds. So this is a hard one, and it can be dangling. And then we have this one, which looks like it can be 2 to 4 types of earrings, maybe. They dangle together. Oh yeah, I see how it works. Okay, cool. And then we have the serpents. So maybe I'll have a medical person that wants a serpent. And then you have the, now I like this because this lets you got two different types of semi-hoop earrings you can do with this one. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And then you have the pair of circular earrings. And then of course, the thing I like is that they have the other pieces where you can make them dangle earrings as well. So, let's make some earrings. Let me decide what it is we're going to do here. Okay, so we're going to start with the hard mold. And I have decided to use some red mica powder as well as some red glitter. So let's, all right. Let's start out by putting, so we've got the red mica powder here. I'm going to use a toothpick just to put a little bit in. We don't want too much, because if I put too much in there, then it gets really thick, and we don't want that to happen. Okay. So we're going to stir this up really well and try not to make a mess. Sometimes with the mica powders, if you stir too quickly, it can leave an absolute mess. You'll be cleaning up mica powder. All right, so we got this is stirring up pretty good. How is everybody doing out there? I hope everybody is prospering and doing well and making it through. All right, so now I'm just going to add a few of the red sprinkles, not many, just a few, because adding too many of these also will thicken up the resin. So we just want to add some just for a little sparkle. Okay, so now I was so excited to get these. Especially I've got some hoop ones coming in. And like I said, the lady at the shop, I made some earrings and they sold. I was really happy about that. And so since she has asked for earrings, and also because, you know, Valentine's Day is coming, I thought it would be a great thing to make some themed type of earrings, you know? So these hearts were in a package of earrings that it was like a combination of different ones. So, yay, just enough. I always love it when I get just enough to where I'm not wasting. Oh my God, look at that. That is so awesome. That is really pretty too. Okay. So, let's let this sit for a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me move it in a little bit. Bring it down some. There we go. So you can see the bubbles that are coming up. So we're just gonna or lighter. Now you want to make sure that you don't leave that lighter on there too long, because you don't want to mess up your, I'm trying to fix this camera, guys. So you don't mess up your mold. There we go, that's better. Okay. All right, so now let's cure this for a couple of minutes. Oh, and you know what? Check this out. Well, let me get this cured first. Let's do this. And while this is curing, we'll talk about, let me make it a little, there we go. Okay, so while it's curing, I'm gonna show you something else I got, because I want to make a another set of dominoes. And so with the first set that I made, of course, I didn't have the proper tools, you know, in order to make the dots in the dominoes. So there were these silicone tools that have, you see these different size tips, circular tips on them. And so that's going to make it easier when I make the dominoes. I'll probably use this one in order to put the white or whatever color is I want to put in the numbers of the dominoes. So, yep. So that's another thing I got. So we're going to let this thing cure here, and we'll be back. Okay, while we're still waiting on this to cure, this is a bottle that literally was, you would have thought was empty, but I put it in my paper towel holder and turned it upside down. So let's see if there is anything left in here. Look at that. So if I had thrown that away, I would have thrown all of that away as well. So there's still something in there. So I'm gonna let it continue to drain. I'm telling y'all, in this game, you don't waste a thing. Okay, look at this. I got this much resin out of 4 bottles of resin that I had used and, you know, thought it was used up. But I got almost, what, maybe a quarter cup, maybe? A little less than a quarter cup. But that's enough to do at least 1 pair of earrings. And if I had thrown that away, I would have wasted that. So that's just something I just wanted to share with you. So, you know, if you're using the bottle and it starts sputtering, just put the cap back on it, turn it upside down, and then just hold on, because believe me, there's a lot more in there. There's generally enough in there to do at least 1 more piece. That's been my experience. Okay, so I'm using what was left for the red heart earrings I've got in the cure machine right now. And I just put that resin in there and I'm mixing it up. So that's going to make a couple of pair of earrings down here for me. So let's just go ahead and pour it in the small one. These are going to be pretty pink earrings. Okay, let's see if we have enough. I don't think I will, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot anyway. See if we have enough for both pair. Okay, first one's good. Let's see if we can get enough out for the second one. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get it. Look at that. So guys, just remember that what I am making, this resin here, is the resin from bottles. that otherwise would have been considered empty. And I just turned the bottles upside down and let them drain for, you know, several days. I mean, you probably don't have to wait several days, but, you know. And look at this. That made 2 sets of earrings for me out of bottles of resin that you would ordinarily think would be empty, right? So there you go, lesson learned. Okay, so now we're going to let those sit for a minute. Then, as you can probably see, let me get you closer. There's a lot of bubbles in this. So I'm gonna let those bubbles rise to the top. And now, while that's rising to the top, let's take a look at our heart earrings that we made. Alrighty then, so here are our heart earrings ready to demold. So this is that red that I used on, oh, it was something else I used it on, and I did not allow it to cure properly. So I've been curing this for a while. Oh, excellent, look at that. That's nice. Wonder why that's so dull. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. I guess once I top it with the resin, it'll be fine. Yeah, I think that's just the mold. I've never had any come out dull like that before. But like I said, once you top it with the resin, then it'll be fine. So we'll do that in just a moment. Now, we've got these guys that are ready. Oh, cool, 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 cool. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's nice. And here's the other one. Look at that earring. So for these, I will put I've got the stud to put on the back of those. So we'll look at that. And here we even have some smaller ones. Oh, I love these molds. I love these molds. These are going to be great. Well, they are great. I already like them. So, look at that. Okay. I was intending to show this to y'all before I fixed it, but have you ever broken something and needed to repair it? Well, when I was putting up my Christmas ornaments and things, I broke my little snowman. And the head was still, you know, okay. So I put a drop of resin around the neck part here, and then I kind of held it and used my UV flashlight, and then I just cured it, and it's on there. I also repaired my laptop cover. So it had cracked on the end, and I just put some UV resin on it and cured it, and it's good to go. So just some things to think about. UV resin is great for doing what I'm doing, but it's also available to do other things. All right, so these are our last earrings for the evening. Now, when I made this one, I had some additional resin left over, so I made another set of these earrings. And those feel kind of sticky, so I'm gonna put those back in the curing machine here. Let them cure a little more. And here are our serpents. So that just must be these molds, that they're just dull molds, I guess. I've never got any dull molds before. But here are the serpent earrings. They're really kind of cute. I like them. I think I even like them dull like that. The other side is shiny. And then we have these. Those are really pretty. I really like those. Okay. I'm about to put these back in the cure machine also. They feel kind of sticky. Let's put those back in there. So sometimes you have to do that. All right, so these are out of the curing machine now. Now, you see that looks really nice. So I don't need to put any more resin on the back of that. Same way with that one, looks really nice. This one looks good too. And this one looks good as well. Now I will tell you, they look nice and all that. Really don't need to put any more resin on the back as far as the aesthetics of it is concerned. But because I want to make sure that that stud is not going to move, it is not going to go anywhere, I am going to add a drop of resin onto the back of each one. And then just do a little thin covering over the backs. That way I know for sure that that stud is not going anywhere. So I just want to cover it. And you're just going to, you know, even it out on the back of the earring. Just make sure you don't cover that hole up or anything. And you just want to smooth that out. Okay, I'm going to finish doing this and put it in the cure machine, and we shall return. Just make sure you're not putting anything over that hole, because you really don't want to cure that on the hole. It'll stop it from moving and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? And that's not what we want. We want our necklace our earrings to move freely. All right, I'll be back. All right, so I've taken these out. Coatings on the back are nice and smooth and everything. Now, I have these cards that I use to display my earrings. And everything right now, everything I do is handmade. So I write my name on my card. And then I just do a little thank you down here at the bottom, because I really appreciate people buying my stuff. I mean, who would ever thought, right? All right, so for these guys, now these are the ones, you know, that I was concerned about it showing, the stud showing through the back. And for this time, I'm just going to accept the fact that the stud is going to show through the back. So I'll just remember that when it comes to this particular mold, especially the top part, because it is a stud mold, I am going to have to make sure that I make the top part just a little darker than the bottom part. But still, I mean, it's pretty. I like it, even though you can see that through there. It's still pretty. I like it. So this one is pretty much the same way. The top part of it is light enough for the stud backing to show through. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see the stud backing show through. But, you know, it's okay. It's okay. It is what it is for now. I'll just have to remember to make sure that the top part here is going to be, either going to be a darker earring or a darker top part.